Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? And welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derrick Forston. And we also got a special guest with us tonight, and we'll talk about him a little later. But thank y'all so much for being here, man. You guys got a lot of choices of where you could be on these internet streets, but because you guys chose to be here with us, man, we super appreciate that. So my name is Derrick Forston. I'm the owner and operator of Second Chance Housing. I'm also the thought leader of Forston Consultants, and that is simply a company where me and my family, we go all over the world showing you guys how to do exactly what we do, which is co-living, shared living, or what we've trademarked is independent living facilities. Just like I tell you guys, man, I'm like one of those Baptist preachers where my sermons really don't change, y'all. I talk about the same thing all the time. Tonight, we are going to talk a little bit about what runs this business, though. But for anybody that's, let's just say, new to us and you don't know who we are, we teach people how to take a regular residential property, connect with social workers and case managers, and then turn that into what we now call today the funnel system. That's how we get all of these great people that you hear us talking about that we're housing each and every day. We're getting these people because we're working with social workers and case managers, and we're working with social service providers. That serves as our funnel system. Is that what drives this whole business? So for us, it's called Digital Flow Solutions. So my wife and I, we own 8 different businesses, right? But what runs all of those businesses is Digital Flow Solutions. And the website is digitalflowsolutions.net. And that is a software system, I'm going to call it, or a CRM, that can run any business of any industry, because it encompasses your website build out, and it also encompasses your business phone, and it encompasses everything that most people would need to run their business, like automations, funnels, ways to sell products, send invoices, things of that nature. And with us, the way that we use it is that this is also how we collect our payments. So many years ago, guys, when I was running these independent living facilities, I was picking up rent money manually. That means that I was driving to people, picking that money up. Today, guys, it looks a little bit different. And it looks the way, in my opinion, the way it should now. Right? Back in the day, I'm going to call that ghetto. Today, we have everything pretty much automated. So most of our payments coming on the first and the third. How many of you all know that we're not far away from the third, right, in terms of us just being paid? So again, the people that we serve, which are homeless adults, military veterans, elderly adults, seniors, women that are escaping domestic violence, teenagers aging from the foster care system. So we use a system today that not only takes our payments, it controls our census. It's the way that we send our emails out to our social workers and case managers. How else will we get the message out about who we are and what we do? So if you text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, that'll literally give you our introductory webinar and also a discovery call with me and my team to answer any questions that you may have. So if you just joined us, you haven't missed a thing. We run independent living facilities. They don't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. And I won't be here for super long tonight, right? I got a special guest, and I haven't even introduced him yet. So I just want to finish kind of talking about who we are and what we do for anybody that's new. So if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, and you like helping people, and you always want to get involved in real estate, but you thought it had to be a group home, These are not group homes, y'all. These are independent living facilities. And when I tell you all this, right, I don't care what you call it. Shared living, co-living, independent living, communal living. The most important thing is just to understand that we take one asset and we rent to multiple people. So not very different from what you hear when people are talking about multifamily, right? So, and again, multifamily, that's the big building with multiple sections of housing in it, right? This kind of no different from what we do, guys. We still rent and we lease a property, connect with social workers and case managers, and we house multiple people under one roof. So I just want to make sure that that's not going over anybody's head so far. But again, what brings this all together for us is Digital Flow Solutions, which is our all-in-one platform that can run your entire business all the way down to your phone line, right? Because I remember when me and Shay first got started, we had all of these different subscriptions. We had MailChimp, we had Office this, Office that. We had all of these separate individual things. But when we discovered Digital Flow Solutions, we were able to get rid of DocuSign. We were able to get rid of that extra phone line. We was able to get rid of MailChimp. We was able to get rid of all of these different things because, again, Digital Flow Solutions has it all. And what's cool is that 80% of people that come to us and find us, they want to do exactly what we do. Just like most of y'all want to house the homeless and the displaced, get involved in real estate. But what about those people that come to us that run a chiropractor office, right? A CPR training center. That's a new client of ours. A person that owns their own med spa. A person that has their own restaurant. So if you're watching us today and maybe it's not your desire to run your own housing program, but you have a business, you got a daycare, you sell chocolate chip cookies, or you fry chicken and sell it from the back door of your house. Whatever you do, guys, we're in 2020, what now, 5? So without a website and social media, you guys don't exist. And what's cool about Digital Flow Solutions, the social media is also built in it. How many of y'all been around me long enough when I talk about that whole thing called Lift? L-I-F-T, LinkedIn L, Instagram I, Facebook F, TikTok T. We call that lifting your brand. The cool thing about it is once you build these pages under my coaching, I tell you guys to get 4 at least. I want you 8 or 9 or 10 social media platforms, but 4 at least, and that's the lift. Can you imagine being able to do one post and it goes out to all 4 of those places at the same time? That's what Digital Flow Solutions does for us, guys. So no more going to Instagram and posting. No more going to Threads and posting. No more going to YouTube and doing all of these individual posts. Pinterest, Lemonade. Guys, you guys can go through Digital Flow Solutions and literally do one post and it goes out to all of those places at one time. And then for most of you guys that are getting the virtual assistants through our coaching, that's the other cheat code to all of this. Because again, now you want to tie in the virtual assistants to it because they can learn this faster and quicker than most of us can. Because most of you guys got jobs, y'all got families, you guys are involved in your community, you guys are busy. You're not lazy people, you're just busy people. How many of you all would be real with yourself like me and say, Derrick, man, I need some help. I do need a VA, or Derrick, I have a VA. And if you have a VA, a virtual assistant already, and that's what a VA stands for if you're new to us, that VA needs to be intertwined in the Digital Flow Solution so that they can run your back end while you at your 9-to-5 job trying to feed your family from that job. Because I don't want nobody to quit their job or lose their job while they're building this. We build this thing while we're working on, at our job at the same time. Now, hopefully the goal is most of you guys will become like me and a lot of other people under our coaching to where the goal is you want to eventually leave that job. Now, I often tell people and jokingly say it, but I'm serious. If you got a job that doesn't bother you, you kind of the boss, you come when you want to, you leave when you want to, you got great benefits, I'm going to call you double up. We want you to double up and you keep both. Don't you leave your job. But again, guys, there's a time to leave and there's a right way to leave. And again, if you just joined us, all we're talking about is independent living facilities and what runs this entire business. And for us, y'all, it's Digital Flow Solutions. So just like I tell you all, no matter what you do, if you're a mechanic, if you're a doctor, if you're a chiropractor, if you own a restaurant, we all need a website. We all need social media. So even if you own an auto body shop, right? If there's no social media and no website, how do people know to come and visit you? So again, no matter the industry that you're in, and that's what's cool about Digital Flow Solutions, it serves every business imaginable. You sell makeup online, you got an e-commerce store, you wrote an ebook last year and they sold it to nobody. That's again what Digital Flow Solutions does. So any questions that you guys may have, I'm gonna do my best to answer that. I jokingly tell you guys all the time, that's really not my cup of tea of being the techie one. My wife handles that. And I got a whole team that runs it. And we're going to jump into some Digital Flow Solutions type stuff. What's involved in it? What can it do? And why should you get it? We'll be right back.
We figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly plan. Let's get back to the content.
All right, good stuff. So you heard the guy. You probably got a great idea, but you just you need a website, right? And then another thing that you're going to hear us talk about is also the virtual assistants, guys. I told you guys that I'm very honest, right? Shay and I are very opposite. Shay is very techie. She's computer literate. Guys, I'm not that great at a computer. But when I realized many years ago that one of my coaches taught me that the cheat code to life was getting some help, and possibly some help that wouldn't cost you $10 an hour, $15 an hour, $25 an hour. So we use virtual assistants, guys, out of the Philippines. And we were so smart about it. And I'll admit, it really wasn't my whole idea. My current VA that I had already offered it to me. So like, Derrick, you want me to build you and us our own VA business? And I was like, oh my God, really? You can do that? And sure enough, man, 2 of my VAs built that whole company. So if you guys haven't seen it, man, visit va101.co. That's va101.co. My VAs built that whole website. They advertise it. They market it. They have meetings in the Philippines and job pools in the Philippines. And I've never been to the Philippines, y'all. But can you imagine somebody is able to do everything that you can think of? When I found out that when you say they do, I was like, wow, because God made me more of a thought leader, guys. I can't put half of these plans together that come in this big old head of mine. But with virtual assistants, they're the cheat code to allowing me to start additional businesses. You guys hear me and Shay talk about we own 8 businesses. We don't say that to be braggadocious, that when you guys master this, what else can we get into now? What's this new business that we can start now? But again, back to Digital Flow Solutions. Without Digital Flow Solutions, how do we run this business? What's the back end of it? Also, how do we involve the VAs in it? Because again, most of y'all got jobs. So who's going to answer that phone? Some of you guys have heard Shay talk about the AI bot that we use, right? The AI bot can replace the actual human being and do that same answering of your phone, the same assessment. And then once it hangs up, the phone call gets pushed to you in an email and a text message, and you can listen to it. And guys, the AI bot that we offer is only 13 cents a minute. So can you imagine when your phone goes ring, 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 and you at your 9-to-5 job doing what you're supposed to do? Out trying to feed your family, pay your light bill, your water bill, and enrich your life. But God has told you to build this program. So who's answering that phone if you don't get the virtual assistant? Guys, we got an AI bot that sounds so realistic, and it does the assessment of whatever you have trained that bot to do, and my team can help you train it. And that's 13 cents a minute. So it's 2 things I want to make sure that you guys knew about today before I leave. Virtual assistants are the cheat code to your whole life. Our done for you service is only $135 a week for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. Really slowly, one more time. Our VA service, the done for you service is 4 hours a day. So that's 9 to what? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, or 10 to 2. You take your pick. That's 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. For all these ideas that God put in your heart and in your head that you ain't got time to put together. That's why you need a virtual assistant to do a lot of this stuff. Now, you folks that need somebody to answer your phone and again can't afford that VA, what about the AI bot that we offer for 13 cents a minute? So consider that. If Shay can hear me, wherever she may be. Shay, text me that phone number that they can text, and I may even have a photographic of it where you guys can set up an appointment with Digital Flow Solutions to talk about that AI bot, to talk about the virtual assistant service. Now, what's cool about my VA service? Here's a real cheat code. Under my coaching, either with my one-on-one coaching or if you desire our DIY, guys, I give you a VA complimentary. Watch how crazy that is. If you go to va101rightnow.co, our VA service, y'all, and anybody that comes to us from the outside, that VA service is $797 for one VA, to where we vet, we train, and we endorse that VA to you. But watch this. My DIY whole coaching, all the paperwork, all the curriculum, all my coaching, website build out for you, and you get this DFS, guys, for only $497. So I had over 3 strategy calls already this week for people that wanted either a website by itself or a VA by itself. Why would you do that and pay more when you can get my DIY for $497 and the website comes with it? How genius is that? Let me give you another cheat code, right? We had a lady come to us, right? And she's like, Derrick, man, I need a website. And I love that VA service. But Derrick, I'll admit, I don't want to house the homeless. I love y'all mission. I love what y'all do. She says, but Derrick, my daughter kind of wants to get into that. She says, but Derrick, I'll be honest. I'm only getting the DIY because I want that VA for my other business. And Derrick, I want you to build my website for my other business. Look how she used that as a cheat code to serve her daughter to get the teaching and the learning, but she also is going to get the VA and the website build out for herself for a completely different business. She's like, Derrick, I don't want to house the homeless. Like, that's not what I do. She does a completely different business, and she's also a consultant of that business, and she sells courses. She says, Derrick, I want to get that VA because I see how you're using Jess, Alex, Hermie, and all of these VAs you got. And Derrick, I want you to build my website for my business. And I can get my daughter one again through y'all. I think that was very smart. Okay. So it's starting to rain like crazy where I am. It's thundering and it's lightning. What I want to do, though, is I do want to take about, I'll put a number on. It can concern Digital Flow Solutions. It can concern starting your independent living facility, or it can concern that scholarship that I've been giving out to go towards the ILF Mastery Blueprint. Let's take a real quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? Are you somebody that needs some help in your life or your business? Are you somebody that has a lot of ideas, but you can't quite get them out? You probably need a virtual assistant, guys. And again, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you, your life, your family, and your business. Because oftentimes these virtual assistants, guys, can do a lot of what we can't. And they often come with a bachelor or a master's degree. So when it comes to the educational side of it, guys, these VAs are, again, the cheat code to everything that you're probably looking for. Most of you guys have a full-time job, so it's hard to kind of implement a lot of the ideas that God is giving you or the ideas that are in your heart. You should be visiting va101.co to get a virtual assistant that can help you in your life and your business and get some of these ideas out of your brain onto paper and then to implementation. One more time, visit va101.co, not .com, but va101.co, and get a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. It's the cheat code, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. I promise.
What's going on, everybody? We are back, and thank you guys so much for joining us in our live podcast. Don't wait to be great. So again, my name is Derrick Forston, and again, we go all over the world showing people how to start their own independent living facility. And my desire is, I'll admit, my favorite is to watch people walk off their job to do this, right? And big shout out to all the people just literally this week alone, and we already just hit on Tuesday, people that are picking up their sets of keys, people that are joining the coaching, people that are doing the house tours to get the rental property. So big shout out to everybody that's under my coaching, man, that are getting your first set of keys. We call this into existence because remember, we talk about this. Call these things that be not as though they were. So that stuff is coming to pass now. So we appreciate that. And thank you guys for trusting us. Most of you guys are doing what we call move at the speed of instruction. Because I told you guys, my coaching going to look completely different. The one-on-one coaching is $5,000. The DIY is $500. And both of those prices are not that normally. And I'll admit, again, the accessibility that my one-on-one people get now, that's probably done, right? Shay and I do a lot of things in sevens And without me even realizing that it's been 7 years that I've been coaching under that model, because I literally just kind of counted it. Now, you guys hear me say I left my job 8 years ago and all of that. Remember, I didn't start coaching right away. So under my coaching, it's been 7 years. So year 8, it's time to turn that chapter in terms of what does the one-on-one coaching look like? And then I'm going to introduce, or I should say probably reintroduce, the group coaching. That's what a lot of my coaching will be going to. But don't worry, if you're under my coaching right now, nothing changes. So again, guys, my coaching is one-on-one. We customize it to you, your city, your family, right? And it's one-on-one. In fact, if I were you, I would put this on my calendar now, right? I wouldn't even wait until the website comes available, till the pricing comes out. I will book this on my calendar right now. If you love God, if you love people, and you love real estate, and you always want to know how to put it together to do God's will, help people, be respected by your community, but also make enough money to feed your family. You guys be great, and we'll see you guys Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. But any of you all that's got coaching calls with me that's coming up, and it's a lot of y'all, I'm excited, and I can't wait to see you on your coaching call. You guys be great. We'll see you Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on our YouTube channel.